Hello, everyone. We're so happy you could join us tonight. This is Cassidy Jenkins from Pirate Radio FM-80. Pirate 80 is a local FM station funded entirely by your donations, and we encourage you to contribute what you can where we can continue to bring you only the best local music. But tonight, we're pleased to be in the studio with Eggnogagogo, or Tom, if I may be so bold. Thank you so much for letting us into your studio on such short notice, Tom. Very sweet of you to fit us in.
Well, hi, Cassidy. Good to see you. I'm glad we finally got our shit together where we can have a little chat. But it took a while, but it looks like it's finally happening. I'm glad to have you here in the studio.
We apologize to our listeners for the delay in getting to this interview. Logistics is something UPS is good at. Us, not so much. So, wow, Tom, I haven't seen you guys since you played Electrofest. How's it going? What are you working on?
Yeah, Electrofest. I haven't seen you since then. Yeah, that's right. I haven't. We haven't been doing any of the open mics.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I know you frequented those quite a bit.
Right.
But yeah, it's been since Electrofest.
Oh, and I'm sorry I forgot to mention, for those in our audience not familiar with Electrofest, it's an annual 5-day event at the Library Lounge in Sarasota. The library is a large concert venue and bar that showcases musical talent in the Sarasota and surrounding areas. Electrofest is mainly reserved for eclectic electronic music acts, but there's plenty of guitar, bass, and drums in the mix.
What am I working on? Well, right now I'm working on a new album. I just started it.
Really?
It's going to be a little bit different, but not too different. The vibe I'm looking for is similar to VCMG, but of course I'm going to be adding guitars because that's kind of what I do.
VCMG? Oh my God, I can't wait to hear it. You're diving more into techno then?
But yeah, it's that kind of vibe. I'm hoping I can get this knocked out faster than my first album, which took 13 months. I think I can get it done faster than that, but I'm looking for a minimal kind of electronic feel with a lot of electric guitar. That's pretty much it. I've got some ideas, and we're going to just flesh those out and see what happens.
Awesome.
But yeah, it's going well here. I try to keep busy doing this. I've got a bunch of other things I'm doing too, so I can't devote all my time to music right at this moment, but I still try to get in here every day and do something. And I think that's the key to the whole thing, is to just keep doing it until something happens. And it works out eventually. Well, for me it does. So.
Are you doing anything live right now? Those open mic sessions at the Reserve were awesome. That night you broke out the techno set, it was like the crowd collectively shit their pants.
No, I'm not doing anything live right now. I quit performing in, 2018? Like steady performing. But I do perform on occasion, as we talked about the open mic sessions that we had. So I still do things like that when the opportunity arises. But as far as like playing out all the time like I used to, all the dates that we did, it's just too tiring, and I had other stuff I wanted to do. So I'm just basically recording right now. That's pretty much it.
Really?
The Electrofest thing was a special occasion that we still do those. But as far as like being on a regular circuit, probably not going to do that anymore.
Yeah,
the open mic thing at the Reserve was pretty much of a standard open mic thing. And when you went there, it was mostly people bringing up their guitar and singing, and that's cool. I did it myself. I've done it lots of times there. But if a lot of the crowd there, that's all they're used to listening to.
Yeah.
So, when I brought my techno set up there, I have a portable electronic setup that I designed, and I don't think they were prepared for that, but they had a great time. And the sound guy, I didn't know he was going to turn it up that loud, but that place was like rocking. It was so loud.
Oh, yeah.
It was, I don't think they were used to it, but they liked it, and they kind of went nuts. And hey, great. So I ended up they asked me to come back a couple of times to do the
How cool
techno
is that?
set, and which I did. And then they wanted me to play regularly there for something they had on a weekly basis. I don't remember what it was now, but
Cool.
I kind of turned them down. I'm not into commitment as far as music goes at this time. Maybe later, but not on a weekly basis.
Well, thanks again for talking to us today, Tom. And before we move on to discussing Electrofest, I play a little guitar myself, as you know, and do I see that you have a couple of new ones over there? Ooh, what's the blue one? It kind of looks like a telly.
Oh, so you're saying you play a little guitar yourself? I think you play a lot more than just a little bit.
Oh,
When I
please.
went up and heard your band play, when you played the solo on the Strat when you finger picked it, I've never actually heard a Strat played like that. And I just thought it was awesome. Your band was great too. So no gaslighting here, Cassidy. You're a great guitarist. I think everybody locally knows that. So
Please.
if your band plays again, tell me where you're going to be, and I'll be up there again to see you. Oh, the blue guitar. I bought it around last Christmas, and it was
Really?
impulse buy, I guess you'd call it. I was looking for something else, and all of a sudden these guitars popped up. This blue one, it was kind of like it looked kind of like a Telecaster, and it was West Creek guitars. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but would you like me to show everybody the guitar? Okay, Jimmy, can you hand it to me? Okay, this is it.
Oh my God, I love it.
It kind of looks like a Tele in a way. It has features of a Tele, but this was an impulse buy, and it's turned out to be my go-to guitar. Yeah, it's turned into my go-to guitar. I put some Ernie Ball Voodoo Child strings on it, which are the same gauge that Jimi Hendrix used.
Awesome.
And I changed the pots out and put some real Telecaster knobs on it. And really, the playability is fantastic. I've had a lot of fun playing it. It's been on no, only one of my tracks so far, but it'll probably be on a lot more of them. And I go to it all the time.
Okay, then. So, can we talk about your Electrofest record? I was totally amazed to see that you released the performance as an EP. I've probably listened to it about 5 times. I was there the first day and you guys were first up, which I guess can be a good or a bad thing, but really, in spite of the initial sound system issues, I thought you all fucking nailed it.
Ah, yes, Electrofest. I had no intention of releasing that as a live EP, but when I heard the recording, the sound people recorded it from my headphone mix. And when I heard it, it was like, gee, I wonder if any of our huge fan base would be interested in hearing this concert.
Right.
So I made the decision to publish this thing as an EP. I can't remember how many songs are on it exactly, but I think we played 6 tracks when we were there. But I had no intention of releasing that at all. It was just a headphone mix. But when I heard it, it was like I can improve this sound, even
Yeah.
though the sound system problems that we had. I did my best with it, and the sound quality kind of comes and goes,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to doctor it up too much where it sounded like AI or something. I wanted it to sound kind of like it did when we played. And so I brought the recording home and just did a gentle mixing on it.
Cool.
And I think it came out pretty good. And I made the decision to have it, I had it published, and then I had a bunch of CDs burnt that I handed out like everywhere. I had these things printed, and I've handed them out, and I've gotten good feedback. But it's a really live recording. I mean, when you listen to it, you'll be able to hear there's like drunk people yelling in the background. The crowd was like crazy by the time we
Oh,
played.
yeah.
So, but yeah, it was an experience, let's just say.
I heard through the grapevine that the promoters asked you to go on first on the very first day to really wow the crowd and to get everyone to come back for the rest of the festival. And I think it was mission accomplished.
Yes, we were the first band to play that day. The promoters, this is a 5-day event, if in case anybody doesn't know what Electrofest is. It's a 5-day event, and this place called the Library in Sarasota. It's a huge, well, it's not huge, it's a large venue, but it's also a bar. So the promoters asked us if we could come up and play first first day, first band, because they had the idea that they wanted somebody with experience to come in and kind of like blow the crowd away, where they'll come back for the subsequent shows. And there was 2 bands following us. So I said, I don't really like playing first, but it was like, okay, they gave us the courtesy of asking us first. That's what I was trying to say. And
I get it.
so I figured, well, I'm not going to let them down. I'm going to pull my people together and we're going to play this thing. And we ended up
Yeah.
playing first. We had some significant sound system problems, and the sound people were working on it.
Right.
And we started late. And because we were starting so late, I didn't want to cause a chain reaction and cause everybody else to be late. So we started a little later than we wanted, and I actually cut 2 tracks off of our playlist just where we wouldn't back up the whole system. They got the sound system problems figured out about halfway through our set, and it wasn't 100%. I'd say maybe 80%.
Really?
They had some kind of it was a power ant deal. So it wasn't like incompetence or anything like that. These guys are really good, but it was some kind of power ant deal. But they finally got it straightened out, and I think we ended up having a very successful set. Although starting later like that, people had already been drinking by the time we started playing, and so they were locked and loaded by the time we ever hit the stage. And that's what you'll hear when you hear this album.
I heard the joint was packed all 5 nights. You didn't just wow them, Tom. You blew their fucking hair back. I was really happy to hear that there were no bad feelings for the Cosmic Sound guys. I mean, there were glitches, but those are some good guys, and I understand it was perfect storm of gear malfunctions.
No, no, no. I don't have any hard feelings with anybody here. Cosmic Sound is a great company, great guys. I don't blame anybody for anything. They had technical problems. That's the way this business goes.
Oh, I
Your
know.
amp goes out, your guitar breaks a string, whatever. Your light system goes out. That kind of stuff happens. It was kind of inconvenient, but I'm not blaming anybody. Those are great guys, and they've done your sound before too, right? I think they have.
And I must say, the light show was such a step up from last year. It really was mesmerizing.
Oh my God, that light show. At one point, I thought I was going to have an epileptic seizure. That's how this light show was worlds above what we've ever had at this festival that I know of. This was like
Right.
pro level. They had like lasers, all kinds of things going on, and it really got intense at times. But the one funny thing that happened was when Crystal got up and sang Rainfall. It was just me and her because I was playing an iPad, basically. That's all. I was just standing there playing an iPad, and Crystal was singing. But there was a spotlight guy on the second level that had the spotlight focused on me. I'm standing there like a dope while Crystal is, look at her. I mean, and so he had the spotlight on me, and I looked up and I like gave him a stink eye, and I think he caught it
Really?
immediately because he shifted the spotlight over to her. But yeah, I didn't need a spotlight for holding an iPad, but Crystal in her beautiful outfit, yeah, she deserved the spotlight, and he finally wised up and aimed it at her, and so I was good with that. And by the way, I think that song came out really well live. Anyway, just listen to Rainfall. And it's a great song, I think.
So, Tom, tell me about your current lineup. I need to know, where did you get that beautiful drummer? She was on fire. How old is she, anyways? She looked so young to be so accomplished.
Oh, the current lineup, we have Trixie on keyboards, and she handles a lot of the well, actually, she handles all of the electric piano, and she does some
Right, right.
synthesizers. Our drummer was Daphne. The girl drummer her name is Daphne Bernal Ferre. She's the daughter of a friend of mine that lives in Spain. It's her mother. Me and her mother got together in a language exchange because I'm learning Spanish. She was learning English. So we did one of those language exchanges that you do online when you video chat somebody, and
Right.
it's basically to give you speaking practice. I've been talking to her mother for a long time, and then Daphne is a musician in Spain. So she came over. We made the arrangements for her to come over here and play with us. She rehearsed with us. I was blown away. totally blown away. Yeah, and she's very young, like maybe 23, perhaps. She also programs drum machines and other gear. So she's a gear person, but mainly she's a drummer, and that's what we needed her to do, play drums, and I think she did that very well. She's a powerful drummer for her size, but yeah, she's gorgeous. She's a beautiful girl, and she's a great
Yeah.
musician. And when we play out again, if we do an event like this again anytime soon, she will definitely be there with us because I'll make the arrangements to get her over here again where she can play with us again. So it was a great experience, I think, for her and us.
And tell me about everybody else.
And then we had Crystal, her, Crystal. She sounds like an angel when she's singing. That's the only way I can describe
Oh,
it.
yeah.
She's like the perfect singer to me. So she was there. And then we had my old buddy, Dan Hively. He played on Urban Prairie, and he also played on Urban Prairie in the studio version. So it was great having the studio guy up on stage playing with us. And but me and him go way back. I mean, I was probably like in my early 20s when I first met
Really?
him, and we always communicated musically for basically our whole adult lives. And it was really great having him there. And I think Urban Prairie, I think that was, yeah, that was the last song we did. And I think that was the perfect closing song. I couldn't have planned that any better, but it turned out great, I thought. So that's the lineup as of right now. And me personally, I play guitar most of the time, and I make weird noises on synthesizers, and that's
Awesome.
that's basically what I do. But I'm mainly playing guitar on this particular performance.
So, what did you think of the crowd? It seems like there were a lot more drunk people.
The crowd, oh, that crowd, that was a crazy crowd. I like having that level of excitement, though. I know a lot of them had been drinking and had been drinking for a little while, and that's cool, but, I mean, that's where the energy comes from.
Oh, I know.
Everybody's screaming and yelling, and so it was it was really kind of funny the way these people were reacting, but the bands that came on after us got a real nice reception too from because I think they were primed up and they were ready to rock, and but just listen to the live version. I tried to tone down the crowd a little bit, but I wanted to leave it in there, where it would be kind of how it really felt when you were there, so you'd really have to hear it. But the crowd was, they liked us, and I liked them. What can I say?
Oops. And I hate to bore the listeners with more guitar talk, but I need to know, was that black guitar you played most of the night, was that a Heritage?
Cassidy, I can't believe your eye for guitars. That black guitar that I played that night is definitely a Heritage guitar. Uh,
Awesome.
the only thing, it's basically a Les Paul with a different headstock. The guitar, Heritage Guitars was made in the factory where Les Pauls came from.
Right, right.
And I bought it off of eBay from a guy who had it custom made at the factory, and he had a Lawler P90s put in it. He had the pot switched out. All the switches were switched out, in fact. The pots, I can't remember what those are, but he had those switched out. And for whatever reason, he decided to sell it, and I happened to see it on eBay. I think it's a 2010. I really can't remember. But he had it on eBay, and he described it to me, and it was like, wow, I didn't have a Les Paul at the time, and it sings really similar. So I bought it from him, and I've had it since then, and
Really?
I played it on numerous tracks. I can't even tell you how many tracks I played it live. But the thing is, it's just like a Les Paul. It's heavier than hell. And by the time I got done with that set at Electrofest, I thought my shoulder was dislocated.
No.
Just kidding. It's a heavy guitar, just like a Les Paul, but that's a great eye, Cassidy. I can't believe you even saw that, but good for you. You know your guitars.
Can I play that one too?
Oh yeah, you can play any of my guitars. Just call me and come over, and I'll let you sit here and play them. Any of these. Most of them are over here, but yeah, you can play the blue one, the black one. We'll jam. Just give me a call.
Well, Tom, I really do think we've taken up more than enough of your time. You know I could talk gear all night, but we really appreciate your time, and this chat was really a lot of fun.
Well, I'm glad you came by, Cassidy. This was a lot of fun. I don't normally get interviewed by anybody, so it was just a fun thing to do. I'm glad you and Jimmy could show up here. It was my pleasure to do this. And like I said, if you ever want to play any of my guitars, give me a call and we'll jam or something, or I'll come play with your band. How about that?
And we'll be looking out for that new album, and we hope you don't keep us waiting too long.
Don't hold your breath waiting for the album, because I've just barely started it, but I do have an idea where it's going, and that's always a good thing.
Oh, I
But
know.
yeah, I'm hoping that I can progress on this thing pretty quickly. I've got it all planned out in my mind, how I want the thing to sound, and the sound I'm looking for. And to me, that's the big part of the job, is figuring out what you're going for. And then once you figure it out, then it's easier to do. But if you have no clue going in, that makes it a lot rougher. But in this case, the difference is I think I know what I want to do, and that's going to move things along. But when I do release the album, you and my local fans will be the first to know, as usual. And as far as the concert CD goes, I just wanted to let everybody know, and you, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but there's a much better mix of the performance on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, do a search for Eggnogagogo, Eggnogagogo, just like it sounds. The album is there for anybody to listen to, and it's free.
Awesome.
And that's a remix of the first one. The one on the CD is okay, but I took a little more time and mixed it more thoughtfully for the YouTube video. And so if you want a better listening experience, try the YouTube video, because it's really great. Again, just search for Eggnogagogo. That's my artist name and our band name when we play out. So, but yeah, it's a better recording. I think you'd like it better.
Got it.
Well, you can get a hold of me on my website, eggnogagogo.com. There's a contact page in there on the website. So if you or any of my listeners need to get in touch with me, or if you want to find out what I'm doing, just go to eggnogagogo.com, and it's all right there.
Really, Tom, thank you again, and to our radio listeners at Pirate FM-80. This has been a live in-studio chat with our friend Tom Goodson of the most eclectic and fabulous groups I know, Eggnogagogo, who was the opening act at Electrofest. And yes, we did bring Jimmy with a camera tonight, so we'll get a video of this interview up on YouTube as soon as possible. I'm Cassidy Jenkins, and thanks again for tuning into Pirate FM-80. And don't forget, it's your contributions that make this programming possible. Good night from all of us at FM-80.